Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody has had a wonderful Tuesday evening. It's Joe from sunny South Florida. It's about 10:15. I'm running a little late, make that 10:20, and the weather is beautiful outside today. Today it is a whopping morning of 79 degrees in Broadview Park here. I hope everybody, I guess, have a great day. This is Joe from Plastic Addiction Anonymous in South Florida. We're working on the AMT Kenworth Challenge Transit Mixer today. It's a 125 scale kit. If you've been following me along, you'll know that we did the unboxing and all of the builds so far online here, other than a few things I've done in the background. Hope to see everybody in here shortly. I am going to bring up my comments so I can see anybody that comes in. All right, we're here. All right, bring your coffee, come hang. All right, so basically today I planned on doing a few small things, nothing major. Also, hey out to TikTok and all my other uh, social media platforms that I'm on. Hey to everybody. I put the air tanks in the central center of the chassis. I've finished off the battery box and I've finished off the two fuel tanks. Today I think we're going to try to get the get the steps to work out to where I can get them on today. As well as doing a few other things. I would like to get the fire brace, the heat brace shield, should I say, on the side of the truck like it's supposed to be today. I don't know if it's going to be willing to do so for me, as I am still shaking a bit, but I am here and working. I went ahead and painted the cover of the battery box orange because I thought it would look a lot better, so I stripped it down and gave it a little bit of orange. It does look a lot better today than it did yesterday when I was looking at it through the camera. That black just didn't stand out enough for me, but it does now. Alright, so tonight when I'm all done, I will put the cab together so we can put all that together. So let's get to it. I will put the cabin interior and everything together later on today. I have the antennas and everything to do as well later on today when I'm offline. I wonder if I can edit that post that I just put out. What does it say? Edit. Does it say edit? Edit. Oh, it does. Okay, let's make that better. There we go. All right, there we go. I'm in. All right, everybody. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and start doing small potatoes. First thing I want to do is I want to get the rear. I want to get the tailgate. Sorry, tail lights bracket and license plate bracket in. So that can be drying, so I can get the other stuff done. So I'm just gonna have a whole bunch of parts out here. I'm gonna try to get in this morning. Well, not all of them. Excuse me. There's a lid for the thing. There's this. I won't be putting this in today. I'll be doing that later on. I won't be putting this on, and hopefully by the first of next week we'll be doing the mixer portion of this build. I'm just going to set these things over here so you guys can still see them. These are things that go to the mixer build. These are things that I'm going to be doing. Okay, this is what I'm going to be trying to get into today. These I have to wait for as well, and these I have to wait for as well because they go on after I put the cab and stuff on. But we can try to get a lot of this stuff, a lot of this little stuff into place so we can get a move on here. All right, like I said, first thing I want to do, what the hell down here? Oh, there's my. So I'm going to put a couple of small drops of glue on the shield here, the heat shield here, and I'm just going to kind of like set it into place there. So let me get my glue out. I gotta go with some new glue, guys. My glue ain't doing so good. And I can put the little hood, I can put the radiator cap in. We can do that. Get that on and get that rocking and rolling as well. Um, so let me go ahead and clean it up a little bit. I think I already did clean pretty much all of it up. Yep, it's ready to roll. It's ready for me to install. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a couple of pieces of glue. I didn't send up the chrome on this edge. Excuse me for 1 minute while I do that. I hope everybody has an amazing day. I am Joe from sunny South Florida and the Model Asylum and Plastic Addictions Anonymous. I created these groups and this YouTube channel for you guys to have a place to come hang out and see what's going on with me and the builds here. I hope you guys are enjoying the groups, and I'm loving all of your posts, and I'm loving all of your interactions. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please set the notifications to all so that you can tell whenever I'm in doing builds or if I just post a video. Also, if you'd like to check out my YouTube channel, our YouTube channel, should I say, because it is Plastic Addictions Anonymous. It's Plastic Addictions Anonymous on YouTube. Just do a search for that. You'll see my Freightliner, my teal Fremen Freightliner dump truck, and you'll know it's me. Um, I'm always giving a shout out to Plastic Addictions Anonymous and others. So come hang out and check out the builds as I go along. I don't really like the radiators leaning backwards, but I'll fix that when I put the pipes on. So this should be perfectly fine, just like that. I think it goes just like that. A little bit back further. There we go. Let's get rid of this glove. I'll touch all that up. Best thing I love about doing models is if I screw it up, I can always change something later by popping it off, sanding it down, and putting it back in, and changing the color if I have to. Whatever has to be done to make it look right. I'm not a professional by any means, but I do like, and I did the grill last night. I'm going to clean off the silver in the middle, but I think that came out pretty nice and square. It did come out rather nice. I'm going to do the headlights in white, as I've already got them painted. I did that. I will be doing that probably this week as well, trying to get all that done. I've got the floodlights and everything already white, so I'll be doing that. Again, I'm going to just go ahead and start, moving her along and getting certain things done. I need to sand off a little bit of the paint off the bottom of this as well. I will be doing this every day, somewhere right around 10. I try to do it. I try to get in, right around 10. Sometimes it's easier. And we're on vacation now. School's out down here as of today. It's only half a day, so my kid is sleeping in. He's becoming a normal teenager, so he sleeps in a couple hours extra when I'm up. I got up a little late today because I was up late, really last night late, with him watching movies. And he was playing games until like 1, and then we watched TV for a little bit till like 2, I guess. I watched him lay down. I fell asleep on the couch, so I didn't wake my wife up after 2 o'clock in the morning when my son was not asleep yet. So Mama gave him a kiss. She had to get up this morning, and we could sleep in there. I got her out of the house. I get her out of the house. I get her up usually around 8:30 and get her out of the house right around 9:15. She stays late, so I try to let her sleep as much as possible, but she gets mad if I let her sleep too much. So I try my best not to let her sleep too much. Again, we'll be doing this every day at 10 a.m. We're right around 10 a.m. I can't promise that exact 10 a.m. I'll be able to jump on because there's things that I do in the mornings that I have to get done before the wife goes to work, and I try to get her lunch all together. And I try my best to make it as easy on her as possible because she is the one that takes care of me so well and has for so long. Since I got injured, I have to make sure that she's taking care as well. Guys, if you got a queen in your house and you don't treat her like a queen, you won't have a queen for long, and she will move on. Treat your woman right, treat your woman with love, always respect her, let no one else disrespect her, and she will be with you forever. 35 years married. That's a big advice from me. A big piece of advice from me is you guys really need to step up your game. If you're not treating your woman properly, and you women out there that aren't treating your men properly, y'all need to treat your men properly too. They will do everything for you. They would die for you and your children. They would pretty much give up their life to make sure that you survived one more day. And as I said, I would give up my last breath for my wife, just so she can have another day with our children. I'm not selfish. I don't expect her to be with just me. Oh. Well, I'll wait till everybody starts coming in, and then I'll show everybody. I did some rusting in the past couple of days. I'm sure I say I made some rusting in the past couple of days. So you guys got to check it out in a minute. Let me get this step on. Well, there we go. So that should be good there. All right. So I got the step on. Now I'm going to put the bottom step on eventually. Down here. This is the bottom step that's going to go on. I'm going to put that into place too. So we'll have the steps pretty much all in and all ready. I'm just going to make sure it's in the right spot. And that should be fine. Alright. Then we'll move right on to the tail light bracket, which looks like it has a couple of studs on it. Looks like it goes this way to the license plate on the driver's side. Also, we're going to put the body mount, cab mount in, and put these on the other side. These go on this. I'd like to also sand this down a little bit before here so it's ready for me. I'm also going to try to drop this into place today as well. So I'm going to sand just the corners down here, and maybe it's just a small piece in the middle. Just drop a small bit of glue because I don't like a messy cab. If you mess up on glue and stuff, guys, it's simple. You just let it dry, sand it back down, and retouch it up. pull, if you can pull the part off without breaking it, that'd be a great thing. But sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you have to. I sometimes have to remanufacture what the heck I broke. I'm hoping to see anybody come in that comes in. As they come in, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do a little bit here and there. I'm trying not to do anything to the front side. Remember, this is everything that's going to be seen because it's right on top of the cab. So you want to try to keep your sanding points wherever you sand down to get it glued in to a minimal. This goes right here. This is the vent. So I'm going to try to, or the hood, the sun vent, sun visor. So I'm going to try to get it to work perfectly matched to where it's supposed to be, just like that. So I got it. Now I can just drop a little glue on the corner here. Like I said, I'm just moving around a little bit here and there. I'm kind of trying to let everything dry as I go along, so I don't really want to do too much of any one thing today. I am just kind of moving around, trying to get as much as I can done. Oh, watch the visor there. Okay. So the easiest way I've found to do this is hold the visor with your middle finger and your other finger and kind of line it up as you go so that you're not moving it around once it's on. Like so. Now that should stay perfectly, and I should be able just to kind of move it slowly and in until I don't see any gap, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lift it up until I don't see any gap. Now a lot of guys put it way down, way down bottom, but I like to make sure that it sits right on the line where it's totally 100% right on the gap. There's no gap underneath. You don't see any light underneath in between the cab and the shield. So, and it still sits. And it's sitting pretty much perfect right where you want it to do as long as you follow the rail. Follow the little imprint on the front top of the cab and you can get this thing sit right in place. Now just put a little tiny pressure there. I'll make sure it's smooth. I see I'm a little off there, so just slightly move it up there. Looking at it from the back side, making sure it's level. Checking to make sure there's no glue popping through. If the glue by any chance for some reason does actually get a little through, I recommend you take just a little piece of sander, and before you put any windows and stuff in, just go out and kind of touch it up a little bit. Anyway, so now we'll put that to the side. I'm going to go ahead and put the dashboard in and have that ready to rock and roll. So I just put a little glue on the edge of the dashboard. The dashboard's going to connect in. Just a couple little drops and smooth them around. Drop the dashboard in. The CB radio will probably be done later on today when I'm off camera, so that I can get that also into the cab on the roof. But I also I'm going to do the windows today while I'm off center, or while I'm off camera, and hopefully everybody can see what's going on when I do. Anyway, I am here. I am live. I hope everyone can see me and hear me. Excuse the little bit of a mess I got going on here. I did a little work late last night, like I said. Shout out to Plastic Addictions Anonymous on YouTube and the Model Asylum and Plastic Addictions on Facebook. Shout out to Paul Lovelace, Joe Fritz, Samuel Stokes, Chris Bryan, and myself. We're all admin and moderators. Also welcome Samuel Stokes as our most recent admin. Samuel has been around pretty much since the first day I started this group, so it was time to give the man an upgrade. Not that he gets paid for doing this, but he does. He is a really great friend, and he does take really good care of the group when I'm not feeling well or when I'm not available to do so. So I appreciate you guys, all of you. You're all my family. You guys are my out from the house here because I don't go out much because of my health. I have some immune deficiency problems too, but that's besides the point. I don't want to talk about that today. Anyways, I hope everybody comes in and somebody comes in and says hi to me. Otherwise, it's going to be one boring Wednesday morning. I did say hello and good morning to all my friends this morning and all my family. A lot of them have already said good morning, how are you, and I have already talked to them, so I don't have to worry about that now. I gotta lift this up to get this into place. I want to make sure it's even. Guys, if I can get it to stay, I'll turn it around and show you. But I'm probably going to have to get up underneath there and do a little bit of cleanup as well. So let's put it down a little bit more. I want it level and forward a bit. A little more level. Again, I'm a little shaky today, so it's going to take me a couple of minutes. And the thing is, my model building, I have a lot of cleanup when I'm done because I shake so much. It's really not that easy for me, guys, to do these kits, but I love doing them so much, and I love having you guys around and seeing all your builds. You guys have taught me so much. I normally don't brag on everybody, but I'm going to brag on my entire group today because my groups are very, very much an amazing bunch of people, builders and collectors, and just all around great humans. I hope everybody does have an amazing day. I wish everybody the best. Hey Rob, how you doing, brother? Hey man, no sorry, brother. You don't need to tell me sorry for anything, babe. It's okay. No, sorry. Like I said, I do this. You guys can come when you come and get here when you get here, or if you can't come, it's okay, brother. You guys can always watch it later. I'm just doing the steps on the side, as you can see. I still have touch-ups to do. Like I said, once I get all the chassis done, then I'll let it dry for a day, and then I'll come along. Oh, and I painted the battery box lid last night, just so everybody can see it. I painted it orange last night. In the middle of the night, I went out there with my light, and so I hope it looks good to you guys. Like I said, I got a lot of touch-ups and stuff to do when I'm done. Normally, that's the way it happens with my builds. I have a crap load of touch-ups as I shake so much to see it like that. I'm like, if I try to make my body just, there we go. All right, cool. All right, so now we got the steps on the passenger side, all on the tanks. We have both tanks on. I've got both air tanks on. What else is next for today? I'm going to flip it around to the back side and let you guys check it out on this side. As I said, I've got a bunch of touch-ups, so bear with me. Like I said, I shake a lot, so I have a lot of touch-ups when I'm done. How'd you sleep, brother? I'm hoping you slept good, man. And I hope you're feeling good, too. All right, that step looks like that battery box looks like it's leaning just a little bit too far up, but I'm going to leave it so I don't want to pop it off. All right, so I put the heat shield in on top of the tank. Got that done. Got the top step in, and I got the bottom step in. So the top step looks like it's a little bit too far up there, but that's all right. That looks pretty good like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna try to get the rear end license plate bracket in. I think I just covered it up with the. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So the license plate goes on the right side. So let's see. It looks like it's got some pins on top. So I'm wondering if it goes like so. That must be the way it goes underneath the KW. Exactly the way it goes, just like that. Okay, so it's going to go, there's two little notches on it, so it's going to go right underneath the edge of the chassis, right underneath the KW. There's a big KW. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a big KW, and there's a K here and a W there, so this goes right underneath that. So we're just going to kind of sand the edge, off. And I went ahead and glued the tires. I decided I'm going to go ahead and keep them. They do look great from the picture when I saw them, so I'm kind of impressed with the way they look now that everything's getting together. And at least I know that the cab is lined up correctly because everything sits perfectly fine and each tire sits out the proper amount of distance on each side of the tire. I appreciate you, Rob, coming in and hanging with you. Just woken up, brother. Bring your coffee and come hang out. I'm just hanging and doing my normal routine on a Wednesday. It's a beautiful day outside. Later on today in the evening, probably right around 4 or 5 when the sun's out west of me and it's behind my big Florida oak tree up front, I can get to the steps today. I'll just gotta loosen them up, bring them up, and I think I'm gonna have my buddy bring over his welder and drop a couple of welds on it. Even though I probably shouldn't, because that's gonna be a pain in the butt to get off when I put a set of new steps on eventually. I try to make everything in 1, 2, 3 for me when I have to possibly change something out later. All right, so that fit perfectly right in there. It went right up on there, right to the right spot. So I'm assuming. I probably shouldn't assume, but I'm going to assume that will go just like that. There we go. I keep trying to get that license plate level, but it's not supposed to be level, I don't think. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I gotta get the reds on it eventually too. But I do all the lights and stuff at the very last because I have a tendency to do that late at night when I'm not shaking so much after my meds kick in and I can just relax and slowly do it. But like I said, I did do the interior. It's not the greatest in the world. Like I said, I shake a lot, but I did do the dashboard as I promised. You can pretty much see all the gauges and all the lights and stuff. Oh, Steven's trying to find me on YouTube. Give me a second, Rob. I want to message him real quick. Where did it go? Alright, here we go. Let's go into my messenger here real quick, guys. Hang on. And my stats are all good. I'm doing good pushing. It's showing me that my stream is real strong. It's also showing that my recording is strong. It also shows that my output is very strong. Frames, wow. Very little frames missed. Nothing missed on the frame so far. No skipped frames. My total is 525 hours so far of doing streaming. So I'm good. Okay. What was I doing? Messenger. Let's bring Messenger and let me talk to Steven. Bring that up real quick and hit him up real quick. Anyways, guys, well, I need to take a second anyways because I want this stuff to dry. And my next thing is probably going to go ahead and be the other side step. I did do the. I went ahead and put the air intakes, air cleaners in, or air cleaners together, and I went ahead and sanded them down. So I'm going to be putting them in soon. They're going to be one on each side. I think it's actually. I think I got it backwards. Here, it goes this way. But I'll touch them all up with the orange paint today and get that all done, as well as the pipes that connect them in across the front of the cab. The chrome pipe goes across here. I'm going to leave it chrome, and these are going to be connected to the orange. These are going to be black. The bands that connect them, the brackets that connect it. Um, so, yeah, that looks very good there like that. I love that. That looks really good. I did a good job on getting that centered. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I got the visor in, guys, so that looks pretty good. Steven, where you at, brother? Alright, alright. And let me send him something real quick if I can. Shows here, what is that? Send a sticker, an attachment. Hang on, let me just send him, because he's trying to find me on YouTube, and I don't know why he's trying to find me on YouTube when I'm here live, but I can go there right now. Let's see if I can find that. There we go. Alright. Where did we go? Where did it go? Where did it go? It's here somewhere in my folder. Oh, here we go. I'll send him this so he knows what to look for. I told him teal and red truck and look for the PA logo. Okay, here we go. Alright, cool. I'm back, guys. Just wanted to make sure I got that all covered. How you feeling today, Mr. Rob? Alright, as you see, I added a little down here at the bottom. I added a little bit of welcome to the PA Live Morning Show. Guys, let me know if you can see that okay. I also shrank down the update build in IAMT, and I switched a couple things around here. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more eye-friendly. Got the suggestion from another buddy of mine that does a couple of YouTube channels that I know of, but they're not model channels, so I don't put them here. One of them's just a blog. He does a lot of uplifting writings and stuff like that, so I try to go check his channel out every now and then. Also, shout out to the Model Asylum and Plastic Addictions Anonymous again on Facebook, and a shout out to all my crew. Shout out to you, Rob, my favorite member who comes and watches me always, the best he can, as often as he can. I appreciate you, brother. I really do. You have no idea. I hope I don't bore you with my talking constantly. If you've got any questions, let me know, brother. I have the messaging up, and as well as the Facebook messaging up. Hey, I'm glad you slept in, brother. That's a good thing, man. There ain't nothing wrong with sleeping in, Rob. Man, shoot, like I said, I slept in this morning. I couldn't believe it either. I'm usually up by 5:30, and this morning I don't think I woke up till like 8:15. Like I said, I was up late last night with my son, so I wasn't expecting that. I already sanded a little bit of the chrome off here on this edge, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a line of a very small bead of glue on that. Let me get my sticky thingy back in here. They also gave you some hoses and stuff, which I haven't found out what we're supposed to do with them. I'm assuming, it's an assumption, gentlemen and ladies, that they go for the cement mixer portion of the hydraulics. So I will be checking that out. Our next one, like I said, we'll be finishing off the cab. I've already done most of this part. Air tanks are done. I still have over here I still have to do the bumper and stuff, so I'm kind of working slowly, guys. I'm also trying to make this last for a while, because this is my last full build, full new kit build. I will be trying my best to get more builds, but I can't guarantee when. I also still have a airplane to do from Domingo that he gave me. I'd like to get that done as well. And I have one more rebuilder to do. Dog hair. I also have one more rebuilder to do from Samuel Stokes. It's another Freightliner. I think I'm going to turn it into some kind of a farm. Oops, sorry, some kind of a farming delivery truck. Like if it's delivering something, huge or something. Like you guys, work on farm equipment or something of that nature. I think I'm going to try to put a little crane on it or something, a little lift. Yeah, this thing does not want to stay on today. Alright, so let's fix that. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on the edge of the bracket for the fuel tank. Just like a little line on the bracket strap. Just a little bit, just to hold it up. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to drop this into place. Now I put these on both sides when I did these. I put them directly to the back side of the bracket, which is a very good place to put them because then it closes everything into one place, and I keep dropping my lid. Tonight I will be doing the battery in green and white. Okay, so there we go. So now we got the steps on. There's another step going past by. Like I said, I also sanded down the inner seat for the rear of the cab so that I have that covered. That's supposed to go down there from what I understand. I'm not sure if it was supposed to connect under there or not. It didn't look like it. It doesn't show that. But who knows with these AMT kits. You can't hear me? I don't know why you can't hear me, brother. Rob, you hear me okay, right? Everything's turned up. Everything's on. Nothing is... Yeah, everything's on. Says my OBS is running. Everything's running. I don't know why you can't hear me, Steven. I'm not, number one, I'm not going to the PAA YouTube today. I'm going directly through Facebook. So you should be able to hear me perfectly fine. Let me open a new window and see where we're at. I don't know what you're looking at. Give me a second, guys. I'm still moving. I don't know why you can't. Did you try turning your stuff up? My latest video was 3 days ago. Guys, it shows 3 days ago was my latest video. So I don't know what you guys are trying to, or what Steven's trying to get to, but everything seems to be working fine. I can even play. I will be sharing this in groups. Plastic Addiction Anonymous and the Model Asylum. Hopefully that'll work. Volume is definitely low today. I don't know why. So, I got a new subscriber, Mad Genius Productions. So, I have 33. Man, I only had 27 like last week, dude. So we got 6 new members. That's an awesome thing. I haven't been doing a lot of streaming to Facebook. I want to try to add some graphics. Let's see. Select a graphics package. Station? What is that? Lower third. This is a preview of the lower third. No. I don't like that. Vitamin C, no. I'm just playing, guys. I should probably not play with this while you guys are here, so. Comment quote. Click on the icon next to the comment to see published options. Okay. Hey, Steven. Okay, cool. I don't know, man. I got mine up perfectly fine, and everything seems to be good. Alright, so like I said, that's Facebook for you guys. I really, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and close out my OBS and see if maybe that helps. So if I dump, guys, I'm sorry, but no, I can't because it's recording. I'm gonna stop recording it there.